Welcome back to our continued exciting journey of management. Today we're going to focus on SWOT analysis. We'll spend the whole time on SWOT analysis. This is important because in your next homework assignment, you're going to be doing some SWOT analysis. And this is an area that sometimes people get a little confused on. So I'm going to spend the entire time on this video on that. SWOT stands for Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats. It's the kind of analysis that large multi-billion-dollar corporations use it, as well as smaller companies or institutions, even like our college, use it. First, let's take a look at the strengths. Strengths are internal strengths to the business. Strengths could be, we have a great location. We have a lot of capital. We got a lot of money in the business. We have good employees on low turnover. Maybe we're low costs. We're very efficient. Maybe we have a liquor license or patents. Those would all be strengths of the business. The flip side are weaknesses, which are internal. Weaknesses would be things like I have a poor location, or we don't have a liquor license for our restaurant, or we have a high employee turnover, or our costs are too high, or our quality is poor. All of those things would be considered weaknesses. The area where people get tripped up the most is when looking at opportunities. When we talk about opportunities, we're talking about external opportunities, things outside what we currently do as a business. For example, Sony at one point was doing electronics, and when people all of a sudden started coming out with digital cameras, they said, hey, we can get into digital cameras. Right? You have companies that will, like White Castle. White Castle makes hamburgers, hamburger restaurant. Well, what do? What's a new business opportunity that they might have? White Castle got into selling hamburgers through grocery stores. It's a new business. You can buy White Castle hamburgers in the frozen food section. Peter Luger is a famous steakhouse in Brooklyn. You can buy their steak sauce in grocery stores. Turns out grocery stores are a great new opportunity for a lot of food businesses. But opportunities might be new things like home delivery and things like that, where they getting into a business that they hadn't gotten into before. Here's the thing where people get most tripped up on in terms of opportunities. Opportunities are not things like, if I advertise more, I can sell more. That's not a new opportunity. It's not getting into a business or something that's related to what you're currently doing. It is not things like, oh, we could hire more people, and therefore we could do more. It's not an opportunity. It's an opportunity in the generic sense, but not in the sense of what we're doing with SWOT analysis. Think of an opportunity as a new business. I'll give you another example. Let's suppose we were doing, at school, parking is a big problem. And we would come up with a new business idea of maybe having a shuttle from lot 5. Well, what would be a new opportunity if we did a SWOT analysis for that kind of business? Well, we could serve lunches, have boxed lunches on that shuttle. We could offer to change the oil for people or wash the car for people while we take them into school. So those would be new kinds of business opportunities. An opportunity there would not be, oh, we can hire college students, that kind of thing. Threats. Threats are external threats to the business. Very few people, I think, had on the radar at all the threat of a pandemic virus. But it's posed a real threat to businesses, and people have got to figure out now how to deal with that. Typical threats are competition, government regulation. The government may come in and raise taxes. The government may regulate you, say you can or can't do things. those would be kinds of threats to the business. Threats could also be things like changing tastes, a recession, or just economic slowdown. Those are external problems to the business. As I said in the beginning, one of your homework assignments coming up is going to be to do a SWOT analysis. So I hope you understand these, and if you have any questions, please read the text and or send me email.